everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Colts coming in at 2-12, going up against the Steelers, who come in at 8-6.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. First down, Downs to throw. And his first look is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To throw is Downs. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Barkevious Mingo, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Downs. Buying time to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. First carry for Carlos Hyde. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down is Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage looked defensively. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Conner. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Dobbs. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. On 3rd down, it's Conner. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. On 2nd down, Hill. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. They come out here in the eye. They run with Conner. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. On second down, Hyde. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. It's Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. And when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Again, it's Connor, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
And that is incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They start the drive with Hyde. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Tyler. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They run again with Hyde on first. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And that'll be incomplete. Carlos Hyde was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Handoff comes to Hyde. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. A shotgun snap for Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he bowls over it. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And that'll set them back 5. Dobbs. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, Dobbs. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jonathan Hankins. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. So we've reached happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We got some football to get to. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Running left, here's Hyde. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On second down, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to work. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll try the air now with Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go, Mexico.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part,
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Barkevious Mingo in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Dobbs now on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Dobbs is throwing. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And the Colts getting ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll give to Hyde. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now it's Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Erickson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Fresh set of downs here. Here's Luck. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Hyde. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Luck. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And back to the ground. Hyde Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check out. 5, 6, 7.
From the 50, it's Locke. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And the Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing here, Dobbs. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right around the 31. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Connor. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now it's Connor. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Back to throw Dobbs. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Now a first down throw. Locke. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. And Locke will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, Because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop him here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Time running out here on the play clock. They run it again with Hyde. And oh, the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. And he'll give it here to his running back. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Play clock winding down. Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd down following the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.